Pack 2 is my favorite, specifically the last two fighters in DLC Pack 2.
Well, I meant that unironically. I don't know what you're talking about, but Sora is so cool.
He's okay.
Why are they on? Is this a button check?
No.
This is bold of LaFever.
Very bold,
assuming that the tag. So don't get me wrong, Sora has some crazy stuff. Maybe he's gonna hit him with Nair once and take him for 70.
Yeah, definitely
but
could.
You can do that elsewhere and have places to DI when Kazuya electrics you.
This is true.
Alternatively, there is another outcome that could have happened.
Oh, hold on. No, what are you talking about, Thor? They know what they're doing.
They do. But I was going to say the other thing, remember, sometimes people don't follow the rules correctly and establish characters before the stage game one.
Yeah,
and so
true.
it might be that Shaeffen actually plays multiple characters and LaFever made a false assumption.
Either way, it's definitely not working in Shaeffen's favor.
Yet.
The thing, though, is like, yeah, you have a great lead right now, but the Kazuya inherently is like, this game, as long as you're on even stocks, the game is even. Especially when you're on FT.
The funny thing is, though, is that if you don't have Rage Drive and he has too much Rage, Electric just doesn't combo properly anymore. It's
really?
Electric is affected by Rage.
Oh.
So all the stuff that works great at 0, you can start just DIing straight up. And it'll be really hard or impossible to hit some of the stuff. Some stuff he can still do, but he often has to shorten it. So
I feel like he can still like up B.
Oh yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. He will kill you at 55 or 60.
Oh, but he can't do like the death combos.
Yeah, what I'm saying is if you get electric at 0, you're like usually fine.
Gotcha.
You get electric at 60. Remember, he's got 1.15.
Good DI on that move.
Yeah.
Good DI. A lot of players get tricked up and they just say, "Oh, I'm getting sent out. Let me just hold in." That was great. Down and out.
He's at, I believe, max Rage now, which means his moves all do 15% more knockback.
Ooh,
so, but yeah, now if he gets electric, he should actually be able to just hold up, and because he's somewhat light in Sora, it should actually just not
I do feel like that is kind of like high-level counterplay.
All right, going for the combos doesn't hit it quite the way you want to hit it, but it connects the finishers, which, we take those.
Sometimes you just want to get your stock, because like realistically, LaFever should have had that first stock off that combo.
Yeah.
And then Kazuya wait just
or the edge guard, because the one thing you can do in this matchup that's really good is Sora. You can just fall with Kazuya facing him, and then you can mix up fair versus counter.
Oh, messes up the rising stats or the stature smash.
Yeah, the other thing in this matchup that we want to look for as Sora is ways you can get rid of Thundaga, because Thundaga's not good.
Ever.
I mean, it's useful in some situations.
It's like
not against Kazuya.
It's all right in advantage, but like that thing, having that neutral is awful.
Having Blizzaga is genuinely useful, and Faraga is quite a good projectile, considering you can only throw it out once.
I mean, the thing also just has like no end leg. I remember once.
Oh, great edge guard. Yeah, you
nice.
can punish that. Like, a lot of people don't punish that lasers. Like, I punish it way less than I should because I'm a little.
It's a little hard because like, yeah, it's hard because like
Cloud specifically.
He just kind of floats in like an awkward position. You have to commit to it.
He's not going to be able to get to the ledge in time.
GG.
He's dead. He was DIing full away the whole time, trying to get over to the ledge, but he was too far in. That's why I will shamelessly ledge camp Kazuya on this stage and just look for cross-up roll the whole time. Because, well, here's a fun fact for you. Nair is negative on hit at low percent. So if Kazuya tries electric Nair at the edge, Cloud actually gets hit by electric Nair and then gets a guaranteed Phantom Footstool. And so Cloud actually takes electric Nair nothing. And you get the Phantom Footstool, you get to recover without having to use limit or anything else for free, and now Kazuya, usually it just puts Kazuya in a ledge trap situation for Cloud for free. And so then all you have to do is watch out for gates.
LaFever admittedly is playing Sora, so that's
not
an option that is available.
You don't get the. You might be able to Phantom Footstool out as Cloud, but otherwise what you have to do is Sora, but otherwise you have to air dodge.
Be too floaty.
Yeah. Otherwise you got to like air dodge the second Nair.
Is counter frame 3 for Sora?
7.
Oh no, that's not working.
It's the same. I believe it's the same approximate data as Joker's, except I think it's the same end lag. But Joker's starts faster and lasts longer. What I'm saying is, like, I think like from active frames of counter to end is like 26 for both of them.
Ooh, nice reversal kick.
It's good, but it's also something that should not stop Sora from throwing those fireballs.
We got LaFever taking home field advantage here, bringing him to the Hollow Bastion.
Definitely like this pick over FD.
Absolutely, I like any pick over FD, to be honest. I think FD is the worst stage. At least Kazuya, or like at least Kalos and Town and City, I can see arguments of like, well, the ceiling's really tall, so you're not going to die as often, and those side platforms are helpful for just kind of avoiding
against
him.
Kazuya, specifically anywhere, but I mean, I especially like this for Sora over FD in general.
Ooh, that was clean.
Not going to kill. Because Kazuya's recovery is interceptable, but has a lot of range.
Very true. But I also feel like it's one of those recoveries where if you take one part away, the whole thing crumbles.
It does. I would agree. The other nice thing for Sora is that all of Kazuya's aerials hit really hard, which means that his counters hit really, really hard.
I still am like not over how they just decided every DLC character gets like an actual broken usable counter. Like, Sora's just does an insane amount of base knockback, and like we'll just randomly kill some moves. Sephiroth's like don't even acknowledge that one. Kazuya has the weird reflector kick.
Steve has minecart.
Yeah, that's a broken counter. Minecart and anvil.
I mean, it's not exactly a counter, but I'm trying to be funny here. But yeah, no, and Aegis doesn't have a counter, but they have an extra air dodge.
And then like Joker's counter like isn't. Like, the fact that Joker's counter is probably the worst counter of the Fighter Pack 2s when it gives him Arsene is insane.
You ever think about how Leo might never lose if instead of having Aimer, he had a counter? Imagine how many people he'd have cheesed with it by now instead of just his dumb shield break or Falcon Punch.
Oh.
Good combo.
Oh.
I will say this, Shaeffen is not letting a lot of electrics rip relative to some of the other Kazuyas I've seen in the state.
80.
But I think his decision-making in neutral is pretty good.
Yeah, he's making like smart decisions, and he's like avoiding like kind of what Sora wants to throw out.
Yeah.
But it's just the advantage is not as oppressive as Kazuya's can and should be.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. Like, I think if he gets more comfortable letting electrics rip in some spots, it might
like
be really, really bad for a lot of other people fighting him.
Ooh, yep, just throw him off stage. Hit him with
good place to get up B edge guard. No, it goes too low. I was thinking you could actually double jump up there and then just up B Kazuya, because that's one thing I've learned from Hunter, that I don't edge guard with up B when I play his character nearly enough. It's broken.
Oh God!
Almost gets the punch. Yeah, after Kazuya up easy, you've got to be ready to avoid the. Oh, I was hoping he'd just grab him off that, but you got to be ready to avoid that up air.
Nice.
Right, actually fine to use for Thunder God, always good to see. But last stock.
Okay, let him rip, let him rip.
Right after I said he doesn't let him rip enough, he does 7 in a row. What is this, 10 in a row?
Oh, okay, so clearly it's not a lack of ability. They're doing it.
Yeah, clearly it's just decision. Just deciding I don't need that or I don't want that at this point.
Oh my God, stay away, stay away. Oh
no! I must say, there was not a single molecule of glucose to be found there.
That was clean. Like